Merge and destroy Optimus Prime. By the Matrix. Omega Supreme, roll out. You've got to be kidding, Ridiculous. Negative. Prepare for total annihilation. No, wait, stop. Omega missile launch.
Demigod-like face, yes. Ooh, he's pink. Ooh, I can't do supers, I've only got one hand. I slip out. Whoop. Greetings everyone and welcome to Review Time. I'm your host Islip, and as you can tell by the box in front of you, I am going to be reviewing the Year of the Snake Transformers Platinum Edition Omega Supreme. Now this box is huge. When I say huge, I mean really big. For comparison, here is the box that the Amazon exclusive, 25th anniversary Unicron comes in. And as you can see that the Omega Supreme box is just about a quarter of an inch larger, tall wise, and about half an inch that way. And yes, the box is empty for a reason. Anyway, so let's take a look at the box. And I'm actually sitting about 4 feet away from this thing. Sorry about the glare. Let's see if I can cut the glare down just a wee bit. No? Oh, I'm trying to. You can see it's red, got gold foil. This is a picture of a repainted Energon Omega Supreme, which the one that I've got really doesn't resemble that very much. I mean, it superficially does, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, so we're going to open up. And yes, he's not in there because I have him next to me because since I got him last night, I have not. Well, I have put him down, but he's just been. I'm sorry. This thing is amazing. And here we have the Year of the Snake and some writing, and yeah, you can see some bots on the side. Those will be for size comparison, and I got a lot for them. Let's see if I can. Well, the writing is right there, so we're gonna zoom back out. And it says, as a guardian of Cybertron, Omega Supreme is a conduit for the very energy of the machine world. He prefers to remain quiet and still, aloof from petty conflicts of the Autobots and the Decepticons. But when the safety of his world is threatened, he awakens and with a mighty arsenal at his command shakes the foundations of the planet. Yep. And there is an Autobot symbol without the Autobot symbol in the middle. It's a snake and some Japanese writing right in the middle. It's very nice looking. Let me see if I can get it in a little closer so you can see it. And the box art is really detailed. I'm keeping this box for a very long time. On the side, a picture of Omega. On the back, a picture of the Omega you actually get. Yeah. This is, I mentioned it from first glance, it looks like Omega's bending over and he's giving Omega a proctology exam. Is this working crane? The crane gimmick doesn't actually work. It's the claw which actually in the game fires. I think it spins around like this and then a huge beam of energy comes out. Here's his rotating turret blaster, which this is supposed to be based off the game. It's actually not, but it's really awesome. I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you, I don't like the game version of Omega. I don't like the style of it, but I do want the Project Genesis. Mostly because it has a base mode and because there are some good reviewers who are great at reviewing and maybe not so good at talking to their viewers, which is why I don't normally watch them. Anyway, working crane, rotating laser turrets, lunging grip, which is not true because there's no lunging grip. Oh, that's what that thing... No, that's not. There's no lunging grip. That's just... And then it combines with Platinum Edition Optimus Prime or any Energon Optimus Prime. And then there you can see the Cybertronian Armored Super Train. Now this is called... I thought this was called the Omega Crane. It's actually called the Omega Train. And this is the Omega ship. And then together, it's the Cybertronian Armored Super Train, whatever. Here are his specs for those of you who like that kind of thing. And this side of the box just says Transformers Platinum Edition, and it's really beautiful. It really is. I'm going to keep this and try to keep it in top-notch form as long as I can. So, let's get the components out. Now, everybody I've seen starts this review with him in robot mode. I generally, because that's how he comes packaged. But to be honest with you, I generally start my reviews, if you notice, normally in alt mode, which is what I'm going to do. So here we have the Omega Train, or I like to call it the Omega Crane. And it's this, well, it does kind of look like a train from the front, pulling a crane thing, which moves. This spins. The claws are, of course, articulate. They're not very strong. Don't expect to be able to hold anything with them because it really won't. As soon as I opened this up and went like this with one of them, they popped right off. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. But otherwise, this thing looks really, really good. And sorry for the specklies around here. I don't know. But yes, I think this thing looks really good. The only thing there's two things. First thing is on the box, the fingers are like upside down. These are facing the other way, so they kind of go like this. That's just the way it is on the box and the instructions, but it's not like that. The other thing is that he is sort of asymmetrical. This side has slightly different detailing than that side, and normally that would bother the hell out of me, but for some reason it does not. It rolls very well, and yeah. You can see my setup is a little bit different today, and that's because this figure is so big I actually had to do that. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that first. And here we'll go with the Omega ship, which I think looks amazing. The color scheme works. Everything looks great. Again, asymmetrical, so there's that on this side. I don't really like that, but that's okay. It's got this gimmick where you can rotate the turrets like this, and then if you press here, whoops, damn, it went right through my finger. These fire out, but I'm going to keep them on because I like them better on. This over here moves by itself. And that is about it. So, and there's the rocket thrusters in the big butthole. And that's that for that mode. Now, you can... Oh, you know what? Let's do size comparison before we go any further. Let's get... Who are we going to get? Okay, we'll get this guy. This is Opta-Aim, the TFC Target Master, and he's about Legends class. He's about normal Legends or Cyberverse size, and I think he scales great with this figure, especially in Omega mode. Let's see. Here is what is his name? Somebody help me. Somebody. Oh, here is. Oh, fudge! Megatron, animated deluxe Megatron. He's actually a really good Megatron, but that's besides the point. Let's see. Here we have Cyberfire Bumblebee in this mode, and I got this just because of the paint scheme. I know Bumblebee. It's Bumblebees. The Bumblebees are not bad molds. They're not bad molds at all. The bad thing is that Hasbro keeps putting them out. But you know what? I've only got 2 of the deluxe molds, so yeah, I can get away with that. Here is a slightly bigger than G1 size Devastator. And his arm fell off. And I'll just lie him down so you can get a sense of the scale. If it was G1, it would only come up to here. Well, you know what? Let's just stand him up so you can get a sense of scale. And this Devastator does not transform anymore. I've modded him a little bit. I gotta do something about his legs, but oh, look, you can't see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so let's raise the camera again so you can see that the Omega ship is literally actually twice the size of a G1 Devastator. Because this guy, like I said, this guy's about a head taller than he's supposed to be. So twice the size of a G1 Combiner. Okay, this thing is huge. Let's see. For those of you who don't really collect too many Transformers, we'll go with the 3 3/4 inch. Well, actually, this is probably about 4 inches now. A 4-inch Hulk figure. And again, that is massive. And for those of you who've been missing me, here I am. Say hello to Wheeljack. And holy crap. This guy's long. This guy's huge. I don't want to be on his bad side. Nope. And there you can see a pillow. So, yeah. So that's enough with those size comparisons for the moment. Here's a true Cyberverse figure. What do you call it? That's Cyberverse Commander size and Cyberverse Legion size. And hell, why not? We'll throw in a GoBot. Yep. So that gives you a sense of the scale. This thing is huge. And so is the other part. Now, let's get these guys over. And they're all over the place now. I've got figures everywhere. And holy crap. Oh, wait. Here's something a little more current that some people may be able to relate to even better. Since this guy is supposed to be based off the Fall of Cybertron game, why not go with a Fall of Cybertron figure? Bruticus, if I can get him to stand. Oh, I'm not really on a flat surface, so Bruticus. And yeah, he's even much taller than Bruticus in this mode, and you're going to see the size difference in the other mode. But yes, so that is that. Now, these parts do combine, so we're going to go and combine them. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy, lay it down. Then you're going to take this guy and just shove it right up its anus. Yep, just like that. And now you've got the Cybertronian super armored train. Which is, actually, I believe it's about as long as a Fort Max is. So, yeah. It's so big, I'm having a hard time getting it all into the frame. So, yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's, Magnifico. Woo! I love this. I ain't got no place to store it like this, but I love it. I mean, it's a train with a battleship on the front. It's armed to the teeth. And then the claw thing on the back, in the game, like I said, it spins like that, and then a big, giant, devastating, explosive laser comes out of the middle of it. I mean, seriously, man. Seriously! Sorry, I got a little excited. Now, I was going to try to see if there was a way I could do a base or rocket launcher type mode, but I couldn't figure it out. And somebody's coming out with add-ons to turn this, to give this guy a base mode. So, well, until that happens, I will just have to deal with, and I know a lot of people don't like this. They think it looks stupid because it doesn't turn into a stationary base with a rocket. I mean, come on, the G1 cartoon, he was a tank on a base, and then when he transformed into the robot, everything disappeared, which was what it was supposed to do. But then he would transform from the robot just into his arm. Just into his forearms. He would turn into a rocket with nothing else. Really? And this is supposed to be, I mean, they've got a battleship over here that flies. And before anybody says anything stupid, where did I put that guy? You got to remember, this is Energon, and Tidal Wave gets reformatted into Mirage, who's a speedboat that flies. It flew, and it went underwater, but to be honest with you, I don't think it ever actually went on the water. Think about that for a second. It's a boat, not a submarine. It's a boat that flew into space, flew through the air, and then went under the water, but didn't actually ride on the water. So, still one of my favorite characters and figures from that line. Of course, next to this guy. So let's go ahead and transform him, shall we? And this is going to be a little difficult because I'm going to have to reach beyond the camera. I mean, well, let's see. Let's go with the easier part. Okay, let's raise the camera up some, because this is going to get, yeah, and you can see the rest of the room there. But let's get this all splayed out. And we'll take this guy, and what we're going to do is we're going to bend here. We're going to take this, because on the box, and even the instructions, it has this. We're going to fold it like that, and then rotate it around for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So that's done. Then we're going to take this part, and we're going to stand it up, and then we're going to rotate that. And that's basically that half done. Well, then you bring this up here, and you can see Omega's head is in the recess. It doesn't come out. It doesn't transform into anything. You can pop it up like so. Whoops. Let's do that right. Pop it up like so. And he even has the little cannon thing here. So, I mean, you can just have it turned backwards and, whoops, cannon thingy. Pew, 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 pew. But there he is with a proper face. And there's that half done. We're going to put him down over here for a second. Now we're going to come to this side over here. Now this side, we're going to concentrate on the bottom first, because he's just too big and my arms aren't that long. I'm not a gorilla. And what you're going to do is you're going to push this a little bit like this, and that will help you release this here, because there's a, right there you can see there's a, the thingy has a little lip that latches on right there. Alright, so we're gonna make sure the camera's focused. We're gonna take this, we're gonna rotate this around 180 degrees and turn the little doohickeys so they're like that. And then we're going to put this up like this, and then we're going to rotate this whole section around, and then plug it. There's another one of those little things there. You're just going to take that and plug that in right there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this part and you're going to go like that, and then pull it so it comes out. See? See, it's like this, and then you're going to pull it so it comes out like that. Turn it this way, and that is your leg. And then you're going to come up here, and you're going to take this part, you're going to bend it like here, and then bend it right there. And there you have the other arm. It's a very simplistic transformation, but it makes a very satisfying bot. And then you're going to take this part here, and you see this here? This is going to go into a recess there. And then all these plugs right here are going to plug into here. Now, I was freaked out because I accidentally pulled this out somehow. How did I do it? I pulled it out, and I thought I broke it, and I didn't. It just came out. Anyway, so you make sure that's all aligned. Make sure this side is all aligned. And then squeeze. And there you go. You get yourself a satisfying Omega Supreme, I must say. So, yeah, there be Omega Giant Supreme. And holy cow, is this guy huge. So we're going to go with the size comparisons again. Oops. Let's start from biggest. This time we're going to go with the biggest Transformer I owned up to this point. My 25th anniversary Unicron. And you can see, he still is the biggest Transformer I own, the tallest, but only by a hair. Omega's head is, I think it's just because his head is so small, which, that's how it was in the game. For everybody asking, why is his head so small? Well, because in the game his head was small, and he had these huge, giant Popeye forearms, even bigger than that one over there. So, and these really tiny little legs. These legs are like in proportion. Anyway, but you can see with Unicron, he is about the same height. Just, like probably about one more of his head would make it to the top of his head. But width-wise, he's bigger. To be honest with you, I know Unicron is the Planet Eater, but if I had to put my money on firepower, even though Unicron has that big giant penis chest missile, and, I'm sorry, but I would go with Omega. I would, because Omega just, I don't know. And Omega just looks so much better. But don't sleep on Unicron, because Unicron is the devourer, and he will devour your soul and stuff. Okay, let's go with... we're going to go with Transformers Cybertron Metroplex, if I can get... fudge, I'll just leave Ravage in his arms. Okay. And you'll see I've got a lot of little robots attached to them as guns, because I'm going... But you can see Metroplex is actually shorter, slightly shorter than... Oh, it looks actually like a lot shorter. In his tall mode, he is about half a head shorter than Omega. And that's my sister. Anyway, and you can see he's not nearly as, like, Omega's bulky. This guy looks kind of like a basketball player, to be honest with you. And yeah, he's holding a Legends Ravage in his arms and looking at him. So, anyway, yeah, that's to show you the weird crap I do. And here we go with the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that really twists my nipples. Oh yeah. Now, I was actually kind of pleased to get this guy here, and to be honest with you, he was a mess. But compared to a lot of what's out, the plastic quality is about the same as what they were putting out. A little bit better than than one of the figures I got, and I don't know. I gave a lot of allowances. Some parts, like, you can do fixes for them, so. But I just left them in default mode because this guy's in default mode, and this guy right here is puny. Puny. We'll get him out of the way. Let's go with the G1 Nemesis. This guy looks like a G1 figure, to be honest with you. He looks kind of like how he did it in G1. I know he's some parts are different, but the paint scheme and the head sculpt is definitely G1-ish. So here we go with Devastator, G1 Devastator, who's about a head taller than he's supposed to be, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, that's awesome. Let's take this guy out. Working our way down. We're gonna go with. Now I got this Optimus for $20 off of my good friend Max. He bought it, and apparently somebody had decided to try to paint parts of it, and there are parts missing. So before anybody says, "Oh, something's wrong with your Optimus," yeah, I know, and that's how I got it, and I knew ahead of time, and I still bought him because, hey, why not? Of course, I'm gonna get the Year of the Snake version. Oh, I can't get him to stand now. The whole reason I put them in this configuration was so I can get him to stand. And you can see, yeah, he is definitely a lot shorter. Now, he's about the right size compared to Omega from the Energon cartoon, but as for G1, that is definitely the wrong scale. Even though G1 couldn't seem to keep scales proper. Got a good buddy Wheeljack right there. And he looks really, really small. I mean, I look really, really small. We've got animated Megatron right there. And yeah, really tiny. We've got the Ultimate Battle Megatron, which I don't really like, who's even smaller. Let's see, 4-inch Hulk, a 4-inch Apocalypse. Here we go with, let's get these guys out. Cyberverse, Ultra Magnus, and now the scale is about right. Let's bring it down some and have it look up as it should. See, now the scale is about right. Here is Animated Activators Bumblebee, which is about a little bit bigger than he's a lot bigger than he's supposed to be, but still. We have, is it Road Ranger? I think his name was Road Ranger. Many a boy stand in for Optimus Prime who couldn't afford to actually get an Optimus Prime. We have Legend Size Cliff Jumper. If I can get his feet to work. And we have the TFC Optimus Analog, the Target Master, and we'll go with the Megatron Analog, just because these are about the right sizes for figures to be up against Omega, who aren't combiners. So let's bring this back up. Now, I wasn't actually going to do this next bit because I didn't want to spoil it with my my rundown Energon Optimus, but I came this far. Well, before I do that though, let's talk about articulation. Now this guy is actually fairly well articulated, but when you move his legs, it can present a bit. It's a bit, well, actually, whoops, just pulled them apart. You know what? I didn't think this guy was going to be that easy to pull apart when I first got him. I actually was afraid to pull him apart because I was afraid to break him because I had never done it before, and the instructions just say pull apart, like it would be that easy. But you know what? It was that easy. And I gotta rotate you some. There, we've got a decent pose on a not so good surface, to be honest with you. Whoa! Just so you know, I'm using my camera, and I finally got the the tripod thing. Like it's not a tripod; it's actually just a clip. But there we go. Oh, that's too heavy now. He won't. His legs are too far apart now, but you can get him in funky poses, and I wonder if I can get him to do a preceptor kick, just to test his balance. And I still don't know what those grabby hand finger things are. Let's see if I can. Yeah, actually, holy cow! I didn't expect to do that, but yeah, you can get some decent poses. Articulation is as follows. Let's see if I zoomed out all the way. Yeah, I did, unfortunately. Okay, his head rotates. His visor, believe it or not, comes up, so you can see Omega's beautiful face. Come on, sir. There we go. His head rotates 360. This thing here goes up and down. Of course, these rotate. His shoulders rotate 360. In and out at the shoulders. Double jointed rotation here, back and forth. Unfortunately, no upper bicep joint, but he does rotate at the upper forearm. As far as I know, these don't move. They may, but I'm afraid to really put it to the test. These things here. This arm, the articulation is about the same. The only thing is because of the way this is, the size and the way this is constructed, there are certain points where you have to rotate the arm around if you're going to do stuff. So, this spins. His fingers, his claw things are jointed. Sorry. Inside. You know what? Let's see if I can zoom that in. There we go. Inside, the rotating part, and once right here at this knuckle. So pretty much I think that's how it is, but you can have them grab, make that look kind of like a hand if you go like that, and splay it out for the big firing boom boom. No waist. His legs go in and out here. They have a joint here, and they have a joint right here at the upper, like at the hip, there's an in and out joint, and at the upper thigh there is a joint like there. He has a knee. Whoops, sorry, he has a knee, and right above the knee it rotates, and that's it. That's it for the articulation. This foot kind of pivots a bit. This one does not. Oh, I didn't show. I forgot to show artillery mode. I'll have to show that later. But if you don't, he's got like two wangy gun. It looks like two wangy guns, and then he has two anus guns right here. Those are actually the handles for his artillery modes. But there is a lot of nice detail on this figure. I know I'm saying a lot because I'm actually dumbfounded how awesome. I thought, you know what? I wanted to get the Energon Omega just, just to get him. I thought he was okay. I didn't think he was all that. And he was a giant headmaster. That was awesome. But I'm glad I got this one over that. Oh, that wiped me out. Now, to make him into Omega Convoy or Omega Prime, what you have to do is you have to take Super Prime here. And you're going to pull off his arms, well, his super arms and super legs. Then you're going to transform him, almost like you're transforming him into the truck. Putting the legs back into forming the truck that doesn't look like a truck. And that's about it. And then you're just going to leave him like that. And I know I'm missing the flaps for his head. But, whatever. But yeah, you're going to leave him like that. You're going to take these guys and transform them basically into their vehicle. Sorry about that. I guess it only records up to a certain amount of time. Anyway, like I was saying, you take the guys and you turn them, depending on what you're going to turn them, what part you're going to add them to, you can turn them into whatever, their vehicle mode, like this guy. I'm going to put him on the shoulder, so he's going to be up there. This guy and the fire engine guy are just going to stay like this because they're going to go on the feet. And then this guy here, we're just going to turn him back into this submarine mode and just have him like there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take Omega. We're going to split him in half. We're going to rip him in twine. And we're going to put that down. We're going to push this down as far as it'll go. And then flip this up. And flip this up. There's not much we can do about it. Normally the head would be gone so we could flip it all the way up. But if we do it like that, then... Oh, you know what? Actually, let's turn the head around so it doesn't look like Omega that much. And we'll just leave him off like that, hanging off a bit. We're going to take Optimus. We're going to open up. There's two doors, one on this side, one back there. We're going to take this and we're going to just slide that in. And open up the door on that side and do the same thing on this side. Take them and slide it in, and then we're going to close it together. And you can actually, if you want to, just stop right there. And that's basically him in his Omega Prime mode. And then you can add all the drones if you want to. So we can go ahead and do that. If you do, you're going to have to push this over a little bit because the drones are just a wee bit big. And he's always going to have the threat of a door slamming into him. Unless you take this guy and push it up like so, and then you can take Omega's head part and just straighten it up. But for the sake of the video, we're going to leave it the way it was. Put it down. And then we're going to take, let's see, I'm zoomed out, darn. I was hoping I could zoom out some more. Then we're going to take the claw arm and we're going to turn it, rotate it so the elbow looks like it's out. Flip this piece right here up. And then we're going to take, you can pick which and match whichever one you want to put there. And you'll just match it up to the way the clips are. There's a clip on the inside of here and you just match them up to the indents right here. So there's that. And then we're going to come down here and move the arm out of the way. Flip this up. Take this guy and we'll put him like that. And then take the helicopter guy and he goes in about the same way. And it looks silly. It looks, I don't know why he needs those extra things. I guess it's like, what do you call that thing? I forgot what they called it. Like the Micron gimmick. Or the, Minicon gimmick. Well, yeah, and I forgot this guy's got Minicon ports everywhere. So if you have Minicons, you can just, like, we'll take Kranix here and just attach them wherever there's a Minicon port. And I'm going to have to bring them back a bit because... And there, he has another shoulder gun. And also you can take the Blockman or the Robotech, I forgot what they call them, and you can, anywhere where any one of these holes are, you can attach it to, or one of these holes here if you want to, you can attach it to any part of his body, really. So we'll take this off and we will put that there, and now he's got a bunch of Blockmen with a rocket thruster hanging off of them. Let's see. Like so. Yeah, so, you know, pretty much there's all that stuff you can do. It's all superfluous and unnecessary. So we'll take that off. We'll take all this stuff off, take this off, and we're going to turn them into the last mode, which I forgot to turn them into, which I should have turned them into before, but that's okay. Come off. Thank you. And okay, and then we'll split him apart and drop Optimus. Okay, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to half transform them. Give me a second. Just need to get the instructions because I actually haven't done this. Because it's an interesting option to have, but not one that's necessary. Because really, at his size, nobody should be able to reach him unless they're combiners. Okay, so changing to crane technique. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, turn it sideways. Turn him sideways. Bend this back without farting. That's right, I said without farting. We're going to raise this up. And then bend this over. So it's like that. Then we're going to rotate this around. Why don't I just rotate that around first? Stupid instructions. Okay. And that actually makes it really heavy. I'm gonna just turn the thing like that. That's still too... It's really heavy. And then we'll take these parts... Oh, you can't see that, damn it. Those parts out like that. Let's get this out of the way. And that's basically the claw thing. Like if it was the crane, it would just, you know, this would swing out and grab. But since it's not, since this is actually a hand and actually a gun in the middle of it, we're going to go with Death from Above, Fire in the Sky, I don't know. And we will take Optimus and transform him into his regular mode. His unsuper mode. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to do that really quickly. I should have... Well, actually, I could have paused it and done it, but I don't know. I like to talk, I guess. Oh, wait. Okay, and then just can we bend you farther back because according to the picture we can. Okay, and then we're supposed to be able to plug this into, so I guess I gotta raise this up some. Plug this into his hands like so. Because his arms don't rotate. Why, I don't know, but... Alright, in any case... in any case, they are supposed to be able to attach the arms like that, and that would be the controllers and stuff. So that's that. Let's see if I can get somebody who actually has hands that rotate properly. Hold on a second. So here we have Mirage holding, because the hands can actually rotate, so it actually, see? And we'll take that one away. It's a mode that does not need to be there. Let's turn the lights more so we can see better. And hopefully I don't burn myself. You take this guy, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the instructions carefully, quickly. I'm going to just take this and rotate you sort of like so, right? Okay, and you're facing down. Okay, and turn you around this way and close you up. Back there. Forward like so. Let's turn you all facing the right way. And, damn it, shot the missile out. And bring out this. And straighten that out. There we go. And, oh, it's too much light now. There. Put the missile back. And this is artillery mode right here. There we go. And let's take Wheeljack and see. Let's see if I can hold on to this thing. Okay, get my hands up. You know, since it's supposed to be for deluxe size figures anyway. Ugh. And, wow, is this thing really big? I can't hardly reach it. Oh well. Stupid mode anyway. Got a battleship. Why do we need an embankment? Anyway. So, that is my long and hopefully not too boring review of this figure. Now, if you are an Energon Supreme and Omega, you know, let me try that again. If you are an Omega Supreme hater from the Energon line, then you don't want this figure, because as nice as it looks, it's still basically just that figure repurposed. If you are looking to get a replacement for your G1 base former, this might not suit you because they don't turn into a base. If you are looking for the War for Cybertron version of this, then this really isn't it, even though it's advertised on the websites as the Fall Up Cybertron version. Oh, I didn't get them in there right. I didn't get something in there right. If that's what you're looking for, you are in the wrong place, because this is not that figure. You want Project Genesis for $300. I don't want a $300 toy. I mean, I do, but I don't want to pay $300 for that when I'm trying to save up for the what do you call it? What version am I wanting to get? I want I want the Fortress Maximus. That one I'll pay $300 for. Another version of this, of a mold that I didn't like, I'm not paying $300 for. Even though I do, for some reason, want the toy, I don't want it for $300. That's not happening. So, yep. This has been, my review of, why is my tripod all of a sudden just loose? Fudge knackers, I'm going to have to do something with it off the camera, but right now, just getting my stuff together, because I love this figure. This figure, look. Let's see if I can get that to stand. Stand up there. I mean, look at that Optimus. That Optimus is like in perfect scale. This is an awesome figure. An awesome figure. If you can get over whatever hangups you had about Energon, get this figure. I mean, come on, it's $100 as opposed to $300 for the one that looks like the actual game, which I really didn't like. The only reason I wanted to get it was the little tank head and the base mode, which didn't show up in the game. Otherwise, I mean, this is a good figure. Just, you want an Omega, there's an Omega. Hasbro did a retool and a repaint, and this was a good one. This was a very, very good one. So, come on, people. Stop belly aching. We want Hasbro to do new and good things. It looks like they're starting to turn their thing around. I mean, I still don't like the Beast Hunters series. Might get some Cyberverse versions, but that's about it. But, the new stuff from Toy Fair, oh my god! And an Omega, not Omega, what do you call that thing? That's almost twice the size of this. Metroplex. Really? A Metroplex! So, yeah. So, enough griping. It's a good figure. It really is. And, don't ever turn him into the other modes if you don't like. He makes a great Omega Supreme. Look at that. He looks like Omega. So, anyway, I'm Icelip, and I'm done. Good night.